Elkins versus Skelly. For Mr. Skelly and his opponent Elkins. Elkins. Kicking things off on FS1 for us folks, Darren Elkins and Skelly. The next fight takes place in the middleweight division. Miranda versus Marcelo Guimaraes. From Mr. Guimaraes and his opponent Miranda. For Mr. Miranda. Marcelo Guimaraes and Miranda, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the welterweight division. Silva versus Taleb. Taleb. And his opponent, Silva. place in the welterweight division. Brandon Thatch versus CR Bahadurzada. For Mr. Bahadurzada. And his opponent, Brandon Thatch. From Mr. Thatch. CR Bahadurzada and Brandon Thatch, ladies and gentlemen. Live on pay-per-view, we kick things off in the women's bantamweight division. Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko. Tom Lawler. And his opponent, Corey Anderson. From Mr. Anderson. Tom Lawler and Corey Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the light heavyweight division. John Villante versus Latifi. For Mr. Latifi. And his opponent, John Villante. For Mr. Villante. Latifi and John Villante, ladies and gentlemen. Co-main event of the evening.
I kept visualizing the victory.
Oh my God.
I really believed I could do it. Everything we trained for happened, and everything we worked on worked.
Beautiful. Beautiful. She's hurt. She's hurt.
Able to have that victory and make it all pay off is just, there's no feeling like it. I don't ever want to fight for money. I don't ever want to fight for fame. I'm fighting for passion. So let's get a fight going. It's that simple.
I'm undefeated for the past 2 years, and I've been taking every single person they put in front of me out. Holly's a fantastic fighter, being a multiple world champion in boxing and kickboxing. She's just a phenomenal striker, but I don't think she's as well-rounded as I am, and I don't think that she's as battle-tested as I am, and I know for sure she's never fought anyone like me.
I mean, she's gonna be a different fighter than Miranda was. We're working on everything. She's a scrapper, she's a scrambler, she's unpredictable.
Beautiful.
She's not afraid to push the pace, and that makes a very tough opponent.
I pose a big threat to her. She knows as well as I do that this is going to be a really big challenge for her. I had my eye broken in the first round with Sarah McMahon, and I still came back to win that fight. I've been dropped with head kicks and still come back to win fights. You have to literally put me away, or I'm coming back for you.
Whatever is the moment to capitalize on, I just want to capitalize on it.
that belt is symbolic of all that energy and all that passion and all that love and all that drive. Everything that I've done over the past decade has led to this moment, and I'm supposed to be the world champion.
Winning the belt, that's the best part. But I don't want to stop there. I want to be a reigning champion, and that's the goal.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, Tate. $135 for the challenger. Undisputed women's bantamweight champion of the world, Holm. $34.5 for the champion. The challenger, Tate. Misha, this has been a long time coming for you to get back in line for a shot at the title. Tomorrow's your big night. Give us your thoughts.
I'm excited. Thank you all so much for being here. Women's MMA rocks. Thank you so much. And it's because of you guys. Seriously, it's because of you guys that I stand here right now, so thank you.
Good luck to you, ma'am. We'll see you tomorrow night. Tate, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the champ, Holm. Holly, what has this been like? And give us your thoughts on Misha as a challenger for tomorrow night.
A whole new training camp, whole new nerves, a whole new fight, whole new work in progress, you know. November's fight was back in November. I got to be ready for March 5th, so I'm ready.
Good luck to you, ma'am. See you tomorrow night. The champion, ladies and gentlemen, Holm. Oh, so excited. Now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
Conor doesn't care. Conor says, I will fight anybody, anytime, and any way.
At 27 years of age, with every record in the book, with weight divisions above, ready for me to go at. Every other champion gets a belt and they don't want to go up, or they don't want to go down. I'm going straight up.
For the winner, by unanimous decision, Diaz!
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for. I'm gonna fight your ass. You know what's the real fight? What's the real money fight is me.
Well, this is in the Sports Center. Rafael dos Anjos has withdrawn from next week's UFC 196 lightweight title fight against Conor McGregor.
All right, Dana, the show will go on. So, who is McGregor going to fight?
BJ Penn wanted the fight. Anthony Pettis wanted this fight. A lot of guys wanted this fight, but he will fight Nate Diaz. We felt this was the fight to make and the fight that the fans wanted to see. Conor McGregor is moving from 145 pounds to 170 pounds.
I don't give a either. I don't give a you knocked out 3 midgets and you're pumped up. All midgets. I fought every week forever. I've been in the UFC forever, fighting everybody. Your bitch ass belt too.
The belt. I don't give a about the belt. The only thing I give about is the check, and my check's super heavy. There is no games in this. I'm just simply the best fighter, and that's it. He will be KO'd inside the first round.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Diaz! From Mr. Diaz. And his opponent, the undisputed featherweight champion of the world, Conor McGregor. From Mr. McGregor. All right, I'm here with Nate Diaz, ladies and gentlemen. Nate, there's a lot of tension going on here. Give us your thoughts on this fight.
Hey, I'm here to kill or be killed in Stockton, California. Fuck this little bitch. Fuck you.
Nate Diaz, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm here with the champ, Conor. First of all, give us your thoughts about having a last-minute opponent, being able to fight at 170, and Nate Diaz.
It's another day for me. One pulls out, another one steps in. I'm used to it. I was just giggling at his little soft body. I've never seen a skinny guy. How can a fat guy be so skinny at the same time? It amuses me, but I'm looking forward to go in there, put the martial arts back into the game. Weight should never be an issue. Champions should be able to go up and down and fight any challenge that comes before them. So I'm looking forward to going tomorrow night fresh and put on a show for the fans, because the fan support, I always step up for the fans.
I can't wait to see it, sir. Good luck to you. Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all very much. We will see you tomorrow night.